Good evening, everybody. I'm just giving it a minute to boot up because it takes a little bit of time. But if you are here already, just let me know in the comments, which I can't yet see. There we go. It's popped up. Yay! Oh, it's not. Oh, it has. I'm having a mare. There we go. I can see it all now. Right then. So if you are here, if you are live, let me know that you're here. Who's watching? So just drop me a comment in the comment box. Let me know that you're viewing live. I'll give you a couple of minutes because there's always a little bit of a lag between me coming on and everything sort of setting up. So just drop a comment if you're on live. It's going to be quite an interesting one today. Kind of left it open-ended. There are a couple of things that could make you go back to square one, but we're going to focus just on one thing today. Hello, Emma, again. Bonsoir. I like that. Bonsoir. Bonsoir, Emma. Nice to see you again for the second time today. Yeah, let me know if you're on. So, yeah, we're going to get cracking. So, we're going to talk today about why you always end up. Hello, Jenny. I hope you're getting on all right with all the stuff in the academy. And if you're stuck, remember to let me know. So yeah, why you always end up back at square one. So there's quite a few reasons why people end up back at square one. But we're focusing on just one of them today. And the one that we're going to be focusing on, hello Paula, hope you're all right. We're going to be focusing on limiting beliefs today. Now, do you, any of you lot know what a limiting belief is? Do you know what a limiting belief is? Because sometimes people get confused between limiting beliefs and then like negative self-talk and that sort of stuff. So does anybody know what a limiting belief is? Let me know if you do. Let me know in the comments. But limiting beliefs are not negative self-talk. So negative self-talk, an example of that would be, oh, I'm not good enough to do that, or I'm not clever enough to do that, or that's negative self-talk. A limiting belief is something that you believe. For example, so do you know, like family members might have said stuff to you when you were younger as a child, and you've grown up believing that, or other people around you, not necessarily family, have told you things and you've believed that through your life. So an example of a limiting belief is, for example, oh, you're just big boned. We're big boned in this family. That's the difference. Negative self-talk, like, oh, I'm useless, I'm crap at this, I'm crap at that. That's just you, like, portraying what you think you are to yourself. It's not a belief, a limiting belief. That's something that you believe through your life because somebody's told you, or it's come from somewhere. And another one, for example, my mum used to say this one. Let me know if you can think of any beliefs that you've had in your life, because we're all different ages, different backgrounds, different people. So I wonder which ones you've all got in your life. But my mum used to say to me when I was younger, you can't leave the table until you've eaten all your food. Can't leave the table till you've eaten all your food. And that's a belief, that. And that's a belief that you hold on to and continue to live out in your life. And it was always a thing for me growing up that I had to eat everything on my plate. And I took that into not adulthood now. I've managed to ditch it. But I took it into teenager. And I was always that one who'd finish everything. We'd go out man versus food and I felt like I had to eat it all. Do you know them challenges at the pubs and that? And like I was always taught, you eat everything on that plate. Whether you're hungry or not, you bloody eat it. Which is not a good belief as you start getting older and you feel like you have to eat everything that's on that plate. Because aren't we taught to eat intuitively? Like when you're full, you stop. So think about the beliefs that you've got, because I'm interested to see what we've all got, like different ones. Another one, for example, this is not fitness related. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money doesn't grow on trees. That is a belief that you've been told. And that all that does is shuts down. What these do, they shut down possibilities. They completely shut things off. So if someone said to you, money don't grow on trees, subconsciously you are growing up thinking that money is in lack. and you get a lack mindset, not an abundance mindset that you can achieve anything. It's like that lack mindset of, you know, it's very limited money, so we have to be careful with it. And like, there may be some truth to certain things, like we do have to be careful with money or whatever, yeah, but you grow up in on a certain path, if that makes sense. So Paula, I was always compared to my younger brothers who were brighter than me, so I've always believed that I wasn't clever. No matter how many exams I passed, the truth is I was a late developer. Yeah, so like that would be a belief. I know that one of my clients previously was, she's like, oh, I'm just the shy one, and that's because all through her life she was told that out of all of the siblings, she was the shy one. You're the shy one, and she grew up being the shy one because she was told that that's what she was. When really we're not born shy. Yeah, some people introverted or extroverted, but you can sort of be whoever you want to be. You're not born shy. It's same as like the big boned thing. Nobody is big boned. Nobody's big boned. You might have different bone structure, but if we all right, if we all when we all die, right, when we all die, we pretty much would look the same, if you know what I mean, in terms of when we've decomposed and the bones are left, we all look the same, do we not? Otherwise, you know what I mean? We probably have slightly different bones slightly. Do you know what I mean? They look at your teeth, don't they, to see who you are? But we're not big boned. That is a very popular saying that's not true. Emma, you have to go to uni to get a decent future. Yeah, that's a belief. That's a belief. Oh, here's another one. So you've got to go to school, get good grades, get a job, climb the ladder of the job to be successful. That's not true. But these are all limiting beliefs, and all that they do, they keep us stuck. They keep us stuck where we are, and unable to move forward because that belief will come up again. So, like, if yours is not fitness related, then obviously it might hold you back in other areas of life. If it's like mine, for example, was like you must eat all your food before you leave the table. That hindered me as a teenager growing up because I was chunkier than everybody else, and I was a little gannet. I used to eat everything. And that's only because I thought that I had to, because that's what I was told from a young age. So I mean, the objective of this session is I want you guys to be able to uncover what beliefs that you've got. It could, you know, this might not just be in a fitness sense. You might have some that you think, bloody hell, yeah, I used to get told that. And I've carried it on through my life. And you might not think it affects you, right? You might not think it does, but when you dig into these things, they really do. They really, really do. And like when I've sort of uncovered the ones that my mum told me or other people around me have said, that I then it's called parroting, is when you hear something and then you start saying it. It's called parroting. And you've got to be aware of what you're saying, because sometimes if you actually listen to the words that you say, you'll be like, hang on a minute, that is a limiting belief. And sometimes we don't know we're doing it because we just talk, it just comes out, and we don't realize we're actually saying limiting beliefs. And if you've got children, which I haven't, but if you've got children and you are repeating these things, they are going to grow up believing these things. So if, like, for example, just like my mum said to me, all the things that my mum said, you know, money don't grow on trees, this and this, I believed that growing up. And it's the same with children. Whatever you say to your kids, they take that as gospel, and they grow up believing it. So yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you some sort of like probing questions. So if you've got, I mean, you can always watch this back, but if you've got a pen and paper out, you can actually make note of these, which I'm going to tell you at the end. And I would love for you to have a little go at sort of answering these questions and digging into your own beliefs, and having a little look into like how they could hold you back or have held you back. We do cover this quite in depth in the academy. Jenny, you'll figure that out when you get there. So, and it goes through the full strategy of finding out what they are, how to get rid of them, and a couple of different techniques to do that. But I'm just going to give you some little pointers today in how to actually suss them out, suss what they are out. So the first thing, and I've just sort of covered it, is I want you to start being aware of what you say. I want you to start being aware of the things that you say when you talk to other people, when you talk to your kids, if you've got kids, because that's probably when they do come out quite a lot when you're talking to kids. Because I can imagine, oh, you can't have that because money don't grow on trees. Do you know what I mean? They just come out, don't they? But just be aware of the things that you say on a day-to-day basis. Instead of just talking and not being conscious of what you're saying, start picking up on things. And when you get one, get your phone out, and write it on your notes so you don't forget. Because it'd be interesting to actually dig into that belief of where it came from. So what you're going to do is, right, this is what I want you to do. I'm not going to stay on for long. I'm just going to give you the bits and bobs to do. And I'd love to know if you've watched this or replayed it, if you've had a go, and message me and just let me know what came up and what you think it holds you back from. So I want you to think, number one, the beliefs that you have. There might be quite a few. You might not be able to think of them on the top of your head, because I know when I've done this myself, I've been like, and I've had to really think. There's only a couple that have come to mind, and that's just because they were said to me so much as a kid that they straight away came out. But other ones I've uncovered when I've said something and thought, God, that sounds like my mum. She would have said that, and that's a belief. So write them down. Yeah, so number one, write down all of the beliefs that you've had fed to you through your life. And then who they're from. So who said it or where they're from. It could be from school. It could be from family. It could be from friends. It could be from things that you've maybe read in newspapers or articles or whatever. They're not just from childhood beliefs. They can come at any point, but normally the biggest ones that we hold on to are the ones from childhood, and we take them through our lives unless we actually get to the bottom of them. So, be aware of what you're saying. Write them all down, where they've come from or who they've come from. So that's number two. Number three, I want you to write down how you think this holds you back, has held you back, or could hold you back. So think about all angles. So how it does hold you back, how it has in the past, or how it could. So we're thinking past, present, future. So try and think of all three, past, present, and future. If it's something that's a new belief, how could it affect you in the future? And I'm not saying all beliefs are bad, because some beliefs benefit us depending on what they are. So I'm not saying all of them are bad, but the ones that are limiting that will hold you back. And then I want you to also write down, if you could get rid of this belief, if you could banish it forever, how different would your life be, or what could you achieve if you were to get rid of it? So that's what I want you to think about. They're your questions, 4 questions. The beliefs that you have, who or where that they came from, number 2. Number 3, how does it hold you back, or how has it held you back, or how could it? That's number 3, past, present, and future. And then number 4, what could you achieve if you were to ditch it and get rid of it? That's your simple task for today. And it's going to be really interesting. And I really do urge you to give it a go, especially if you've never done it before, because you might think, this is pointless. How can this affect anything? But you'll be very surprised how it can affect your attitude toward things, your ability to want to do things. It could shut off so many possibilities holding on to some of these beliefs that you've got. So please do have a go. And please let me know when you've done it, because I'd love to know what's come up for you. Drop me a private message. You don't have to share it in the group if you don't want to. And I will send you a voice note back when you've actually let me know what it is and the answers to the 4 questions, because I really would love to know. So I'm not going to stay on any longer today. I just wanted to come on and give you that, and give you a task to do, actually some writing, some journaling, because I think it's really powerful to give you some tasks as well, not just speak at you. And then let me know how you get on. If you've watched this on replay, just let me know with a hashtag replay. I don't know what side the box is on, but just let me know that you've watched it on a replay. And next week's really exciting because I've not told many people, but I'm not going to be in this country next week. I'm going to be in another country. So I will be coming live to you from Fuerteventura next week. I don't know where I'll be located when I go live, but I will still be on at 7:30 UK time. Again, as always, if there's any topics that you want me to speak about, let me know. But definitely do this exercise and drop me a message when you've done it, because I'd love to have a chat with you about what's come up for you. So, on that note, I'm going to love you all. I'm going to leave you all. Have an absolutely amazing rest of the evening. Have a fabulous weekend. And I will see you from hopefully sunny, Fuerteventura next week. Bye, everyone.